Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you. Are you excited to see me? Please say yes. Today I'm back with a fashion video. Today I want to talk about how I dress myself being short. Obviously, as you know, if you're a short girl, because obviously, as you know, if you're a short girl like me, clothes are not meant for us. For some context, I'm barely over 5 feet. Clothes are generally made for like a 5'10" body type. Clothes are just not meant for us short gals. This is my experience and how I managed to try to look good while being so short. I just want to finish off by saying that fashion is whatever you make of it. I don't follow all these rules every time I get dressed. You should just wear whatever you feel good in, and if you feel good in it, then that's all that matters when it comes to fashion. Oh, and definitely don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't wear, especially a random person on the internet. Let's talk about clothes. I feel like in order to not accentuate how short I am, I really stay away from baggy clothes. I don't wear things that are too wide leg. I don't wear too much oversized shirts. Jackets I will wear oversized. I feel like it doesn't look that bad wearing an oversized jacket if the core of your outfit is more tailored to your size. My general rule of thumb is to not wear a jacket that goes beyond my butt unless it's like a coat, which obviously I'll wear a jacket that goes beyond my butt if it is a coat. But if it's just a normal jacket, I think it just really drags down the figure wearing something that is too long on already a short body type. But I almost strictly don't wear an oversized shirt because I think that it just drags my body type down, and I don't think that it looks very good. Obviously, with being short means having to fix a lot of clothes. I have picked up sewing. I have 2 sewing machines. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of one. I think generally that's like my rule of thumb, is just not to wear things that are too oversized. My one exception, like I said, are oversized jackets. I will always wear an oversized jacket, and that is mostly because I can never find jackets that actually fit that well. I'm actually in the process of investing in getting my jackets taken in because they're too long. So if you get your pants tailored, you want to make them hit right before they're about to scrape the ground at every single step that you take. That is the money length for someone short like me. And then they just look good with like every outfit, and they look good with like every type of shoe. Other than that, I think also going along with jackets is you don't want to wear a jacket that is too wide, because if something is too wide, it'll make it look short conversely, in my experience. I try to keep my jackets pretty thin and short. Even like a crop jacket, I think crop jackets look really good as well. I think when you're wearing something cropped, whether that's like a jacket or a shirt, it has a tendency to make it feel like that's where your legs start, at the bottom of your cropped shirt or jacket. So elongating the legs obviously makes you look taller. Going along with that, I think what's really important for me specifically is that if I'm going to wear a shirt that is long on my body, I'm gonna make sure it's tucked in, because like I said, the illusion of your bottom half starting at a higher point than it does, which for me is normally like around my belly button, below my, like right below my belly button, it's gonna make it seem like your legs start right there, and it's gonna make you look taller. And that is like a common theme of this video. Let me start off with my general tips for you. In general, if you're like a petite girl that's considered 5'4" and under, I feel like in my area most girls are like under this height, so I feel like this is some pretty general advice really when you think about it, because 5'4" is like kind of tall, to be honest. So for general tips, silhouette is like extremely important when it comes to dressing, for not accentuating how short that you are. Anything too long is conversely going to shorten your body in contrast. For example, like longer coats tend to make you look a little bit shorter. Longer jackets, longer shirts are conversely going to shorten the length of your legs, which are going to make you look shorter. The exception are long pants. You're going to want to wear pants that are like literally down to like the bottom of your heel as much as possible, because this is going to make your legs look really long and make them lengthen it, versus a cropped pant. You're not going to want to wear a cropped pant because it's just going to make you look much shorter. Leg length is a general rule. If you want to look taller, or maybe just don't want to accentuate how short you are, you want to make sure that you can lengthen the illusion of your leg, because if your legs are taller, then your body as a whole will look really tall. Have you ever like knelt next to somebody that was like way taller than you, and you notice that like your torsos are kind of the same length, but their legs are like what do it, like their legs are really long? So that's how you know, like, you lengthen the legs. Your legs can look as long as possible, and it's not going to look weird, because if your legs are long, then you're going to look really tall. I also recommend not overwhelming your figure with like bigger, baggier clothing. So maybe don't wear like super wide leg pants and a super long oversized shirt and an oversized jacket, because then you're just gonna look really short and like a box. And also, horizontal lines tend to make you look wider versus taller. So if you're gonna go for a line print, I definitely recommend a vertical line print opposed to a horizontal one. Also, something to keep in mind is that if you're a tote girl like I am, you're not gonna wanna wear a tote that's huge. You're gonna wanna wear like a smaller one, because you have to proportion your accessories correctly to the size that you are. So for example, my Trader Joe's tote makes me look so small, but that's okay because I love my Trader Joe's tote. So there are exceptions, but I wouldn't wear it as an accessory. I'd go for like a shoulder bag or like a bigger or a smaller type of bag. And now I'm gonna show you about accessories. So this is my Trader Joe's tote. It's pretty big. I get groceries in here and I fill it up. But look at me in this tote. This tote has made me look so much smaller, hasn't it? Like, this is just objectively a really big tote. But let me put on a smaller bag, which I do just hold in here. It's still kind of big, but smaller overall. I feel like this already overwhelms my figure a lot less. Still big, still a lot of storage, but I feel like this just looks much more flattering on my body type. It doesn't make all my proportions look weird, make me look like super tiny. This makes me kind of look like normal, good. But let me put on another purse. So I have here a shoulder bag, and ultimately I feel like they're just so cute. I haven't worn this bag in a while. Actually, this is really cute. I just feel like I need more storage than this, but I feel like ultimately this is like the best for my type of body. It cuts right here, right before my waist, so it doesn't drag down below my leg, so it elongates my leg. I feel like this is just the best combo. This is my everyday bag. This is my shoulder bag. They both look really good. Definitely probably the smaller the bag, the longer your look, especially the way that this bag cuts off at my waist. This one kind of goes a little bit below. So I feel like this one doesn't complement me quite as well, but it's much more functional for sure. When it comes to dresses, I would definitely opt for a maxi dress versus a midi dress, because it's gonna make you look cut off and it's gonna make you look shorter. But a maxi dress going all the way down to the floor is obviously gonna make you look taller. And my biggest tip, which I actually just started doing, because I always struggle with regular size clothing being too big, like I always talk about. So I would definitely try to find good clothing stores that have petite clothing, because petite clothing is going to be your best friend. It's gonna fit so much better. It's gonna be more tailored to your size and your proportion. Let's move on to shirts. So generally for shirts, before I was a corporate girl, actually I used to wear a lot of crop shirts, and I feel like that really benefited me, because like I said, it makes it seem like that's where the bottom half of your body starts, and that's like legs, and when you're just legs, you just look taller. So but now that I'm a corporate girl, I tend to wear shirts that are just more fitted, instead of like maybe like a t-shirt that's like cropped like I used to wear. I would just wear shirts that are like now I just wear shirts that are like more fitted to my body. I need chopstick. I am a dry girl. Anyway, yeah, pretty flexible with shirts. I think any type of shirt really looks fine. Like I said, the same way with jackets. I just try not to wear shirts that go too far down, and if they do, I'm gonna tuck. I'm gonna do like a tuck on one side. I'm gonna do a full tuck. I stretch it out a little bit to make sure it looks okay. So you can see here I have on a really oversized shirt. I feel like there's nothing special about my figure. I feel like this makes me look kind of shorter because it kind of accentuates the length of my torso, and then you can't really see where my waist starts. But let me show you what happens when I tuck this in. Okay, so I tucked in and I zhuzhed it a little bit, and you could already tell that I just look so much taller. My torso looks shorter and my legs look longer, which is ultimately the goal. And I feel like this is just a better suited outfit for my type of body. For a short gal like me, like most people look down on me. I think your jacket and your shirt are like one of the most important aspects of your outfit, because that's what people will see mostly, unless they're going to fully take in your whole outfit. They're most likely going to be looking at you just from face value, just like this. So they're going to see jacket, shirt. Sometimes that's all that they're going to see. Some people are actually like 6'4", and that just blows my mind. Anyway, let's move on to pants. For pants, this is just like, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself throughout this whole video, but for pants, I think that it's really important when you're short to be wearing something that is a little bit higher waisted. I think personally low-waisted pants are for that model type of body, like the girls that are like naturally 5'10", very, very tall. So I don't think that low-waisted jeans look good in general, but that's just my personal opinion. But definitely not if you're short. I think a medium or a high-waisted jean is gonna look best. I personally just discovered that medium-waisted is probably what's best for me, considering when you're short, right? So it's like, let's say this is the top of your pants and then this is the bottom of your butt, right? This is the top of your butt, my watch right here. If your pants start all the way up here, then it's gonna give you like this long butt illusion before your butt actually starts. I'm like trying to hold the mic at the same time. It's gonna give you this like long butt illusion because you have all of this space here before your butt actually starts. That being said, all of my pants are high-waisted and I am looking to transition to finding medium-waisted pants, but it's not as highly available in the market as you would think that they are. So I definitely think anything above a low-waisted, even if it's just a jean that's like not specifically high or low waisted, I think that would even look best, because again, it's gonna make you look like your legs start higher than they do and it's gonna make you look taller. Like I said with the jackets also, that too wide of a leg isn't gonna do you much value because it's gonna make you look wider versus longer. So definitely opt for maybe, I think even like a slim straight, a wide, or like a flare would look really good because the flare would like accentuate the bottom, so again making you look longer. So also for pants, I definitely recommend wearing flared pants because flare pants generally make you look taller. Only if the flare isn't too exaggerated though, because if you're doing like a giant bell bottom, it's gonna do the opposite and make you look a little wide. I have another pair of pants on. Please excuse how wrinkly they are. These are the pants that I didn't end up wearing on Monday of my outfits video. You could just tell they're like super wide leg. There's kind of no separation going on to my legs. I feel like they just make my bottom half look really wide, and they kind of, I mean, if you're looking for like an hourglass type of shape, even a maxi skirt would do this, kind of like bringing in the waist and making it look like a little bigger on the bottom, but I feel like overall this shortens me. So let me put on a pair of regular wide leg pants that aren't quite as wide as, and show you guys the difference. Okay, and as you can see here, I have some regular wide leg pants on. I feel like these are just much more slimming on the legs. This makes me look a bit taller. I feel like this overall just looks a lot better than the other pair of pants. I also have my belt to cinch in the waist, kind of give me a little bit more of a figure going on, and I feel like this is overall just a much better look. I think also, specifically with pants, if you wear a belt, it could draw attention to that point of your body and make you look longer, obviously. So as you can tell, my pants are like a little bit loose. They like don't fit super well. But let me put a belt on and see how much of a difference that makes. Okay, so I have my belt on here, and I feel like belts just overall, they make pants fit so much better, especially if your waist comes in a little bit. Jeans like aren't made for people that, jeans are very straight, so they're really not the best fitting a lot of the time. I feel like wearing the belt just kind of snatched me in right here, and I was able to pull up the pants and have them stay right here, and I feel like overall it just kind of makes the outfit look a little bit better. Overall, I definitely do recommend wearing a belt. It kind of keeps your pants where they need to be, makes the illusion of this looking skinnier right here, which will make this look longer. On to shoes. I think I was never like really a pointed toe heel type of gal, but now that like I'm getting older and I work in the corporate environment, the pointed toe has a tendency to make your foot look longer, which will just, I'm looking for a word, it'll just like waterfall down, like it'll waterfall up. Like if your foot looks longer, it'll make your leg look longer. Also, you could match the color of your shoes to the color of your pants. So let's say that you're wearing like a black trouser, you're gonna wear a black shoe, and that's just gonna make it look like that whole thing is your leg and gonna make you look really tall. So I think a good pointed heel obviously complements like a short girl's legs really well. A boot, a high-heeled boot, I do end up wearing sometimes like usually like a 3 or 4 inch heeled boot, and I think that makes me end up looking really tall because I mean you're actually just taller, so it'll make me like around average height if I'm wearing heels that tall. Also, when it comes to shoes, wearing nude shoes, because it's the color of your legs, it's gonna accentuate the length of your legs and it's gonna make you really tall. And also for shoes, if you don't want to just make the illusion of looking taller and you actually just want to be taller, then definitely just wear heels if you could manage wearing them all day. I also think specifically if you're wearing a darker type of pant, wearing shoes that are maybe open-toed would make you look taller because it would like accentuate, and obviously like black like sucks you in and makes you look slimmer, whereas like any brighter colors brings attention to it. So if you're like bringing attention to the lower half of your body, you're automatically gonna end up looking like a little bit taller. Those are my tips on what things I personally like to wear in order to style my short height. Usually my outfits end up looking like I'm wearing like something like this, like a really tight bodice and then like a looser pant, and then either I'm gonna be wearing like a crop jacket or like just like a regular jacket. Cropped obviously looks best because it'll just make you look longer. But I think the jacket especially, you could have some freedom to kind of play around with it and wear whatever you want to wear, really. Moving right along, this outfit would look good for someone who's a bit on the shorter side like I am. I would definitely pair this with some boots. I know I use these all the time. It's because I'm not really like a high heel type of gal. I think this is kind of like my compromise on like a little bit of height, but not too uncomfortable the way that a high heel is. So I would definitely pair with something like this to really lengthen the legs. Definitely make sure to lotion your knees, which I did not do before this video. So just don't look. I even think that it would look good with like a pointed toe, also kind of like lengthening the legs with the point. I think that would look really good. I think that would look really cute. But yeah, just wearing kind of like a short skirt that I got recently from Abercrombie. You guys might have heard me talk about it. I think especially with short skirts, they have to be like the right length. So I do have this one folded up because it's like a tad long. So I just do need to get it shortened a little bit, because the more thigh, the more leg that you have, the longer that you'll look. So I think this is a great outfit for someone that's short like me, and I will definitely be wearing this summer as well. I hope you enjoyed all of my tips. I think that's most of my advice on how I structure my outfits being a short girl. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs it up, comment what you want to see down below, and subscribe to my channel, because then you'll come back and see more of me, and why wouldn't you want to see more of me? I hope that I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!